There's something a little special about the old Teenage Mutant games. I mean, the arcade games that, in fact, modern gaming still hasn't completely recreated. I don't think it was just the action, maybe just a feeling. You know, 4 players crowded around the screen, button mashing non-stop, pizza flying everywhere, shredders laughing while foot soldiers filled the screen from every direction, the bright colors, the fast music, the pure chaos that somehow always stayed fun no matter how many times you played it, and all of those classic TMNT games, Turtles in Time still sits like at the top for a lot of people. That's why rumors surrounding a possible TMNT 3 remake right now, well, whether people call it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time remake, or a full modern reimagining inspired by the arcade era, have started getting real attention lately again. Especially now, you see, because the TMNT franchise is suddenly stronger than it has been in years. After the success of Shredder's Revenge, the continued popularity of The Last Ronin, and multiple new projects reportedly in development, it genuinely feels like the franchise has entered another golden era. Reports over the last year have suggested Paramount is actively expanding TMNT gaming projects across multiple genres and studios. And that changed basically everything, because now a remake doesn't feel impossible anymore, it feels expected. The interesting thing is that people are not asking for a simple remaster this time. Fans don't just want sharper graphics pasted over the original game. Well, of course, they want a real modern reinterpretation that keeps the spirit of the arcade classic while rebuilding the gameplay, movement, the environments, and combat for modern hardware as well. And honestly, that idea has massive potential, because Turtles in Time already had one of the best foundations any arcade action game could ask for. Time travel, different eras, crazy enemies, fast pacing, distinct personalities between all the turtles. It naturally creates variety without needing complicated storytelling. And that structure works pretty good today. Like, imagine a fully AAA style remake where every time period becomes a fully realized environment instead of a just short arcade stage. Ancient Japan, pirate ships, cyberpunk futures, dinosaur eras, every location rebuilt with modern lighting, physics, crowd systems, and of course the cinematic transitions between all of that. We think that alone could make the game feel enormous while still preserving the arcade pacing underneath all of it. And importantly, TMNT as a franchise has evolved emotionally over the years as well. That matters more than people actually realize right now, because modern TMNT stories are no longer just goofy action cartoon games. Recent comics, animated projects, and games have added much deeper emotional layers to the turtles themselves. Brotherhood, pressure, identity, leadership, failure, all of those themes exist heavily in modern TMNT storytelling now. Well, a remake could balance with both sides beautifully. Fun arcade chaos on the surface, real emotional chemistry underneath, and honestly, that's where TMNT works best, because the turtles are not just superheroes, the brothers first. That relationship is like the heart of the whole thing. A modern remake could finally show the dynamic with cinematic detail that older hardware simply couldn't even support. Those personalities and characters already exist strongly in TMNT lore. Modern storytelling could simply make them feel more natural. And then there's also the gameplay itself. This is where things could become incredible if handled correctly. Arcade beat-em-up games are popular again, but technology now allows them to evolve far beyond old-school screen-clearing combat. Imagine combat systems that combine arcade accessibility with modern animation depth, team combo mechanics, environmental destruction, seamless tag team attacks between turtles, dynamic enemy waves reacting differently depending on which turtle players choose. And that would make the game feel alive instead of repetitive. And each turtle should genuinely feel different to control. Leonardo precise and balanced, Raphael aggressive and brutal, Michelangelo fast and unpredictable, and Donatello, of course, tactical with extended range combat. That variety alone could massively expand replay value. Now, another reason these remix rumors, feel believable right now is because publishers clearly understand the value of nostalgic multiplayer franchises. Shredder's Revenge proved there is enormous demand for classic TMNT gameplay styles when handled with care and respect. The game sold extremely well and brought attention back to the arcade era identity fans had missed for many years. That success changed the conversation around TMNT games entirely. Suddenly, studios realized people still love this formula, specifically when it preserves the energy of the originals instead of trying to replace them completely. And honestly, a TMNT 3 remake could become much bigger than people expected if it fully embraces modern co-op design, because TMNT has always been social gaming at its core. Friends yelling during boss fights, reviving each other, throwing enemies into exploding environments while the whole thing chaos fills the whole screen. That energy still works pretty good. Modern online infrastructure could expand it massively without losing the arcade simplicity that made the original so replayable. 4-player drop-in co-op, large-scale survival encounters, dynamic missions across different timelines. The key is making everything feel smooth, fast, readable. That's important because TMNT games should never feel heavy or overcomplicated. The movement should just basically flow naturally. Combat should feel responsive immediately. Every action should connect visually and mechanically without slowing pacing down. And visually, of course, the art direction matters enormously. A remake should not chase realism, of course. That would completely miss the point. TMNT works best when it feels stylized and confident. Bold colors, strong silhouettes, comic-inspired animations, environments packed with personality instead of just photorealistic details. That kind of visual identity could make the game unforgettable, especially with modern animation systems bringing the turtles themselves fully to life. Another attractive area is that TMNT is one of the deepest villain rosters in action entertainment history. Shredder alone remains iconic decades later, but a remake could go much further. Every era introducing crazier enemies and environments, while the turtles struggle to keep history itself from collapsing into chaos. And underneath all the action, there's something else that makes this remake idea so exciting. Comfort. That's the word. TMNT carries a kind of energy that immediately feels welcoming no matter your age. It's exciting without becoming exhausting, funny without becoming childish, serious without losing its personality. Very few franchises right now balance those things naturally. That's why TMNT survives generation after generation, while so many other franchises just disappear. And now, with gaming technology fully capable of delivering large-scale co-op action experiences at cinematic quality, the idea of a true TMNT 3 remake suddenly feels bigger than simple nostalgia. It feels like the franchise finally catching up to its own potential. That's why people keep talking about it, because they can already picture it. Turtles sprinting through New York together, pizza boxes scattered across rooftops and whatnot, and Shredder preparing another war somewhere in the shadows.